Please state your name and age.
I'm Ethan Wadey and I'm 14.
What do you think neo-imperialism means?
Um, like stuff to do with like fast food restaurants.
Kind of. It is actually the policy or practice of a wealthy or powerful nation in extending its influence into a less developed one, especially in exploiting its resources. So, going off of that, what do you think of neo-imperialism?
So wouldn't it kind of be bad then? Because
True.
it's like kind of saying like, here's some cash, but we're gonna take all your stuff.
All right, that's a good point. Is there any company, after hearing that definition, that you would think exemplifies neo-imperialism?
Um, Probably like Nike and like those companies that like use the cheaper labor costs in other countries.
Um, what about companies that spread their influence from the West into less developed nations?
Um, I mean, I'm not so much sure about like companies, but like some clubs kind of do that as well. Like for different teams, they kind of like branch out and do that.
Do you think McDonald's is an example of neo-imperialism?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's an example because they aren't necessarily exploiting a country. They're more kind of like just they may expand to different countries, but they aren't like using it to exploit the countries.
Okay. Have you ever preferred an American fast food joint to a local food place or restaurant?
I don't know. For me personally, I've kind of like preferred the local places because it's normally like higher quality food.
So going off that, since you prefer local restaurants, do you think that if a fast food company came in and took away all the business, like what do you think of that? Do you think that could happen?
Well, obviously, yeah, because there's like different competition in the marketplace. But I mean, I don't think it'd be as good if that happened because then it'd be kind of going back towards like monopolies and things like that.
And do you think that if that were to happen, it would destroy the cultural identity of a certain place?
Possibly, yeah, because like they're taking away from what normally is there, and they're just adding in things to make profit.
Would you support the addition of more or less fast food places globally?
Probably less,
How so?
because like with less, then it gives more opportunities to different people rather than one big company.
Do you think neo-imperialism has more of a cultural or an economic impact?
Um,
So basically, does it impact the culture of the local area or the economy of the local area by impacting stores?
I mean, it definitely it impacts both, but I would say more culturally because it like cuts out what makes up the place and it like kind of fills it up with an artificial environment.
Do you think some McDonald's in foreign countries have implemented new cultural food items, such as non-beef burgers in India? Do you think that's helping lessen the impact, or is it still the same problem?
I would say that's lessening it more, but it's still not fixing it. It's like it's bringing it down because it's embracing the different cultures of the different areas, but it's not completely saying, yeah, we're gonna let this place have this culture.
One last question: will neo-imperialism ever end?
Probably not, because I mean, greed is just a part of like human nature, and if people never stop being greedy, then they'll always like keep that going.
Thank you very much.